First of all, what I need to say to you and what I need to really stress right at this moment in time, my gorgeous Virgo, is this. You are really gonna need to be very careful at the beginning of this week. Exactly what are you gonna be wondering about? Listen to me very carefully. You're gonna need to be very super careful the moment in time you start wondering about something, about making a certain move, making a certain change. You deep down will know, and you will be well aware of the fact that it's to do with an aspect of your life that you really need to move away from. It's to do with an aspect of your life that you used to be really passionate about. You were very extremely passionate about this aspect of your life. But then the time has come when you need to kind of start looking at different things as well. This in itself, it's very important for you to understand. This is not like some kind of a downer. This is not like a negative in any way, shape or form. This is really going to kind of help you to understand that you are slowly but surely moving on to the next stage of your spiritual journey. And this may be quite difficult to understand for some people, but I'm not saying that you're not able to understand, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that it's to do with some kind of a passion and an aspect of your life that you used to enjoy so much, that you used to feel so passionate about, that you used to feel so excited about. But if you pay attention to that particular aspect of your life, and I repeat that, you will know what this is, because something is going to be driving you really crazy at the beginning of this week. Half of you, it's going to be like thinking, oh, maybe I should just carry on the same path. And that's how you're going to be. Maybe I should just carry on the same path. And half of you is going to be like, no, baby, no, you need to do something else. You need to do something else, like immediately. And I will tell you that the right thing is for you to start doing something else immediately. That's my advice. But your subconscious mind and your intuition and your internal guidance is going to be telling you exactly what am I trying to say to you right now. So although I say that something is going to be driving you crazy because you're going to feel like, that you need to put more energy towards something, but that particular thing that you need to put more energy towards is coming to an end, has karmically come to an end. And to make things even kind of worse, even more weird, at this moment in time, it's to do with something that you were so passionate about, like for so long. But now you need to understand this is like a sign for you to expand your horizons, my gorgeous Virgolini, because otherwise you're going to be stuck in something that is going to be very extremely difficult to come out of later on, because karmically something has come to an end. You need to understand this because it's very important. And sometimes we are driven by our own emotions, with our own feelings towards like an aspect of our lives that we just can't recognize this, like that this is happening, that something that you were so passionate about is just not working for you anymore. This is not a bad thing whatsoever. And I did say half of you is going to be like, okay, I'm going to like kind of do the change, but half of you is going to be like, no, I need to try more. But your subconscious mind is going to be pretty much so going to be telling you like, no, baby, no. Now it's the time to expand your horizons. You have no idea at what critical stage, sorry, I'll get there. You have no idea at what critical stage you are in your life right now. So when I say that you need to be smart, you need to be very clever when it comes to that contemplation right at the beginning of this week. You have to be strong. You need to be strong at this stage of your life, and you need to understand that you need to move on with your life by expanding your horizons right now, and by like understanding and realizing that a certain passion has come to an end. And this is not a bad thing whatsoever. In fact, it's actually a really powerful sign of your personal growth. And it's a really powerful sign that something else, much better, much more important, much more impactful when it comes to every single aspect of your life, it's coming, you know, and this is why you need to like kind of be very smart and very clever when it comes to that particular contemplation, what it's going to be driving you crazy right at around the beginning of this week. You have to, and you must be honest with yourself, because if you still do the same thing that you were doing before, like in terms of passion and things like that, I completely understand. And even if you do this, you know, I completely understand, but things are not going to change. Things are not going to evolve. So you really need to go with this particular flow, because trust me, it's going to be more powerful than you can possibly imagine. It's not only about you realizing that a certain passion has come to an end. This is something that's actually holding you down from being amazing, incredible spirit, incredible, gorgeous soul you are. You need to understand, okay? This is not only about like, you know, something has come to an end, but this is also preventing you, this stage of your life, to actually move on towards something much bigger and much better, which is not going to be as obvious right now. But another important thing I was going to mention when it comes to all this, you do have something on your mind. You do have some kind of a plan, my gorgeous Virgolini, but you keep on ignoring that plan for so long. And that other plan which is on your mind, you need to give yourself to immediately. I really hope this makes sense. So it's not only about you realizing and establishing that a very major aspect, very major part of your life has come to an end, but it's also you knowing at the back of your mind what exactly do you need to do, which exactly option you need to go for in order to expand your horizons. This is what you need to do, but sadly has got an element of something that no baby, no, you don't want to do, because it's got elements of you returning to something from before. No baby, no, you're not returning to anything you were doing before. Just, you know, all the knowledge and everything you've gathered within the last 2 or 3 years, it's going to be remarkable. Okay, so this is important, because this in itself, I know that this is going to sound weird, I know that this is going to sound annoying, but you are returning to your own roots, my gorgeous Virgolini. You are returning to your own roots, but with a huge, massive difference, with enormous difference, with all the informations and everything you gathered and collected about yourself and the world in general. It's gonna be absolutely crucial when it comes to all this. Talking about new phase beginning, my God, this is gonna be incredible. So when I said that you need to expand your horizons, already something else is gonna be on your mind. Subconscious mind, you know kind of what to do, but you were worried that if you do that you are going like kind of backwards. No baby, no, you're not going backwards, okay? You are going towards the right direction, and you are at this stage of your life exactly where you need to be. Okay, so this is why this is gonna be so important. This in itself, it's gonna start the process of change. As soon as you realize this, as soon as you know what to do, like different, as soon as you realize what you need to start, which change you need to make, at that moment in time, you're gonna be enlightened, and you're gonna see things from a completely different light. Okay, and this in itself is going to be ever so important when it comes to, again, what sacrifice do you need to make? A really, really quick like sacrifice which you're going to need to make. The quickest you make this particular sacrifice you're going to become aware of, the more your financial situation is going to actually be stable, because there is something that you started to worry about lately when it comes to your financial situation, and this in itself, it's most certainly going to cover it up. And somebody, I don't know who this is, baby, but somebody is gonna try to give you like completely like incorrect advice, some kind of incorrect advice, okay? Because like maybe someone is gonna be around you, obviously somebody is gonna kind of witness what's going on or what's happening. Maybe you're gonna talk to somebody, but this particular person who is gonna try to give you an incorrect advice, like obviously you will know deep within, baby, that's like no, baby, no. That particular person is not somebody who's like completely connected to you or somebody who you care about or whatever, you know. So just to kind of like make you aware of the fact that somebody is gonna try to give you like a completely incorrect advice when it comes to all this, and I just don't want that to put you off, my gorgeous Virgolini, from doing what exactly you should be doing, okay? Sometimes even the most important people in our lives, even the most people we are closest to, don't necessarily understand us. So just remember this, you know, sometimes we need to take our own uniqueness on a completely different level, meaning that what's on your mind, what you're trying to do, what you're planning, you shouldn't allow anybody else to affect you with their own mind, their own way of thinking. This is something that is really important. So here you are, thank God, going to realize this, you know, when it comes to like what exactly, you know, do you need to, it's here you're going to realize that you really, that you really need to walk away from certain things in your life, because this is actually going to be even beneficial for you even more when you become aware of like someone is trying to give you an incorrect advice. Immediately you will know, no, baby, no, that's not what I want. But this is going to have a good impact on you, because it's going to give you this energy to kind of move on, decide to move on with your life even quicker, even sooner. You know, it's going to give you strength also, and power and confidence. My gorgeous Virgolini, I know that this is going to sound weird, but I think that you have been fighting with yourself and struggling with yourself for a while. And it's all because of like the certain passion, something that you were so passionate about, what I'm talking about all this time, has come to an end or is coming to an end. You have to be strong. And when I said that you were fighting with yourself, you just kind of didn't even want to be honest with yourself, like, oh my God, something has come to an end, you know, type of thing. Like, but you need to be strong. This is not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. In fact, when I see something, a sign, an indication that you are fighting with yourself about something, struggling with yourself about something, that means that you've tried so many times to change your life, to change this specific situation, and now for a while lately is doing nothing but just draining your energy unnecessarily. You know, two massive things are gonna come out of it by the end of this week. Two massive things are gonna come out of it, two which are gonna come to you in form of like two really big opportunities, you know, which are really going to surprise you. And why you're going to be surprised even more, how confident you're actually feeling about this opportunity. And the reason why is because something happened at the beginning of this week. Like, you will, with all this, you're going to open yourself up spiritually, and this is in return going to give you that force, which is gonna give you confidence to actually see these two opportunities in a completely different light. At that moment in time, when you become aware of two incredible opportunities at the end of the week, at that moment in time, you're gonna realize, my gorgeous Virgolini, how amazing, how incredible you actually are. And some kind of a skill of yours, it's also going to be rather highlighted here as well. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is fantastic. A really good moment and a really good news, you know, and the good news and the good moment you're going to have, because you are going to be very, very happy when you become aware of what you're going to become aware of when you hear this news. And it's about, it's to do with an achievement. It's not like a massive achievement, but it is to do with an important victory. It's to do with an important recognition. And most importantly, this is going to mean to you so much. This little victory and achievement that you are going to have, it's more like of a green light that you are going to have. It's your time to kind of start with some kind of creative visualization here. And now you know what? It's not only creative visualization, but at the same time, you are going to become extremely, extremely creative about manifesting certain goal now. And that particular goal that you're going to want to manifest, it's, of course, it's going to come from the fact when you become aware of what exactly made you feel so good, you know, what exactly gave you this achievement, recognition, and success, I suppose. But it's not like massive, but it's more about pretty much so a sign how do you need to align yourself when it comes to all this, because that in itself, the mid part, is going to be connected to the first part of this week quite a lot. So this achievement, recognition, and victory that you're going to have, this is going to be like very personal to you, but it's also going to answer an important question: what do you need to do right now next? And this is going to be completely connected to the first week. So it's about you kind of deciding to do something really important based on this success and achievement that you've actually had. You're going to be thinking, and all sorts of things are going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Virgolini. You know, you're going to be thinking, you're going to start becoming very optimistic, and this is that particular creative energy that I'm actually talking about. Here you are really pretty much so going to be reminded, you know, of like some kind of idea which you had for a while. And this particular idea which you've had for a while, I think a lot it was to do with the last 2 months, something that you are extremely, extremely passionate about. And it's about starting a brand new project as well, some kind of a brand new project. You know, this in itself is a very smart and a very intelligent thing to do, because by you starting this project, you know, this is going to be good for your soul, this is going to be good for your spirit. But also when it comes to you starting this particular project, you know, this in itself, you have been thinking about for the last 2 months, and this is something you've never done before, this is something you never tried before, but now you're going to be reminded of this. And this, you know, this energy that this is going to bring to you, it's not to be ignored whatsoever, because all this is happening when it's meant to be happening. This project that you're going to be thinking about starting, something that you've never done before, something that you've never tried before, but it was on your mind for the last 2 months. This particular project is going to be so important, because you're going to learn so much about yourself. And also at the same time, the next few months are going to be very, very interesting, because trust me, my gorgeous Virgolini, this new project which you're going to start, the next few months are going to be so important, because this in itself, it's not only going to help you to realize your dreams, but there is some kind of important information you're going to find out how to speed up, you know, with something that has slowed down in your life terribly. Almost like as if you're going to find out a secret formula as well. One thing is going to lead into another, and there you're going to find yourself facing the stage of your life you never thought that you are going to you're going to face, at least so soon or so quick. So this is like kind of connected to a very much so a rather sacred shortcut in your life. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to the midweek, you know, you really have to reconnect. Start thinking how you can reconnect with a certain people in your life. Maybe you haven't seen your family members for a while. Maybe you haven't seen your friends for a while, or whatever it is. You need to really kind of, you're going to be thinking about it. Something is going to be brought to your attention, and you're going to realize how much are you missing certain people in your life. But you really need to start reconnecting with those people in your life that means to you the most, you know. And you are gonna go in this really beautiful and emotional mode, and then suddenly you're gonna realize, oh my God, I wanted to spend more time with them. I want to spend more time with them. I want to spend more time with them. And you're gonna realize how busy you were. You're gonna realize how much something was making you so anxious and stressed and negative. And here we go again. You will be bouncing back to the first part of the week when I said that this was all caused by that passion, something that you were so passionate about, but it came to an end. So it was just draining your energy and affecting your balance, where you just didn't kind of do things that you should be doing, you know. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years pass, you're never gonna get back that you could have been doing things you wanted to do, you enjoy yourself doing, and especially also when it comes to the people in your life. This is all gonna contribute towards you standing very firm on your feet and like pretty much so realizing really, really big things about yourself and about your life, which are ultimately going to lead towards amazing changes. By the time you get to the last part of this week, I'm not being funny, but you are going to kind of become aware of some nasty little bastard here, somebody like who is lying, and somebody who's very narrow-minded, and somebody who's really horrible, and somebody who's like just thinking about the money, and it's like it's like, I don't know, it's just like really not really nice situation. And I don't actually think it's just one person. It's to do with one person, but it's also to do with like kind of group of people as well. But one is going to be brought to your attention, if you know what I mean. So, but it's to do with a group of people that haven't got anything to do with you or to do with your life. And you're going to become aware of like this demonic group of people, literally. And you're going to be thinking how they're lying, how they're just thinking about the money, how nasty they are, how narrow-minded these people are, because they want to be narrow-minded, almost as if these people are not capable to be anything else. And the certain spirits are not kind of meant to evolve after the certain point in their life, you know, because this is the way it's meant to be. And so, you know, this, I know that this is going to sound weird, but this group of people and this person who you're going to become aware of that they're lying maybe to other people, this is going to trigger something really, really incredible within you. And this is actually going to become quite enlightening experience. This is actually going to become in itself like a really, really important life experience, you realizing this, because something is going to be triggered within you, my gorgeous Virgolini. And what's going to be triggered within you, it's like, oh my God, it's gonna like really kind of going to refresh you and rejuvenate you with what exactly do you want to do. And here you're gonna be left with no options but to kind of start making a really, really big life changes indeed. So this is gonna trigger something so important within you, okay? And that you're gonna be left with no options but to make certain changes in your life. You are gonna do the right thing, and you are gonna be starting to think about, you know, your life in general, and also you need to understand that the one phase has slowly come to an end and another phase is about to begin here. So yes, the beginning of a very special unfoldment, the beginning of your own transformation. And the beginning of transformation is actually fully going to start now when somebody who is in your life, somebody who's very close to you, very important to you, somebody in your life who you feel a very strong connection to, that particular person, it's really kind of going to intuitively tell you what they think, how you should kind of sort out some kind of a difficulty that you've actually found yourself at. And this person is really going to suggest something to you. But what is actually going to blow you away more, it's more about the fact that, you know, you are going to be thinking about this particular problem. This is to do with a certain issue and certain problem that you're going to be thinking about, something that caused a bit of a blockage in your life. And what's going to blow you away is that person who like knows you really well, that person who is connected to you is going to tell you exactly what you were thinking about the time, about that at that moment in time. You know what I mean? And then you're going to be like, oh my God, this is definitely my sign. And that particular difficulty that you are going to be thinking about, it's actually going to resolve itself in exactly 27 days after that moment in time. This difficulty is going to resolve itself in exactly 27 days, but it's more about the lesson which you are going to learn in 27 days after that moment in time. This is what I get really, really excited about. It's more about the lesson which you're going to learn, which you're going to obviously not going to make ever again. I know the word lesson is a horrible word, but then again, at the end of the day, it's a lot to do with your own like kind of evolution, your personal evolution. It means that you're evolving and slowly but surely going on to the next level of your spiritual journey. day. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to that particular person who you feel so connected to, who is going to say this, you are also going to have an incredible idea. There is something that you're going to be something that you're going to be chatting about, something that you're going to be discussing, and through that conversation you are going to have an amazing idea which you are going to find extremely beneficial, because that particular idea is literally going to set you free. And that particular idea, it's like a really going to be so important when it comes to things that you are unhappy in your life with. And that particular idea, it's also going to be primarily responsible for you not to follow old ways, and instead to pay attention to things that makes you feel good, to things that makes you feel excited, to those things that makes you feel really optimistic indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.